landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and I welcome you to the ever-increasing asymptote of Halloweenitude. That none of those are words. I'm having a really hard time with words today. If you're here in chat, you can tell that already. It's Saturday, October 22nd. We've got this stream and then 3 more before Halloween, because I've decided I'm doing a bonus stream mostly because I got a costume and I want to wear it, and the only excuse I have to do that is to stream. We finally figured out the streaming schedule. That happened like an hour ago. So we're going to finish up the Darkside Detective today. We got one more bonus case here. It's supposed to be on the slightly longer side, probably a little closer to Die Hard, but hopefully not in quality, because that was like absolutely my least favorite of the cases in this game so far. Then we're gonna start playing some Beacon Pines later when we finish that case, unless somehow that case takes 3 hours, in which case my whole schedule's screwed up anyway, so that'll be fun. And then we're gonna finish 999 next Friday. We didn't quite get it done this week. I wasn't sure if we would. We got slightly less close than I thought, but it'll be fine. That'll work out well. And then next Sunday we're gonna play some Little Misfortune. I'm looking forward to that. It means the crescendo to spook. Thank you. I've appointed Ditto as my thesaurus. It's very helpful. Also, I didn't give you one of these before, Neko, as the many weeks reigning VIP. Have one of these. It's so gradual and anticlimactic. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that's all the stuff coming up, but we were having a conversation before, someone made reference to it, and I just wanted to bring it up. We're talking about The Dig, which is one of my favorite adventure games of all time. It's not, I would say, one of the best adventure games of all time. It's somewhat similar to Full Throttle in that it's a game I really enjoyed playing when I was younger, and looking at it objectively, like, I'd say objectively it's probably better than Full Throttle, but, like, it has, like, just an absolute ton of problems, and its scope is a little weird. It has, like, a lot of cool ideas, but it also has an incredibly needlessly difficult puzzle where you must reassemble the skeleton of a turtle, which I think is one of the more memorable parts of that game. It was to me as a kid, and then at some point I watched someone else play it, and they spent, like, 45 minutes reassembling that turtle skeleton, and I was like, good, so it's not just me. But, I wouldn't say, like, I've specifically been holding off The Dig for this reason, but because it came up, I wanted to mention that The Dig was one of the few, like, adventure games that my dad got invested in when I was younger. Like, he used to be kind of into those, but, like, I don't know if he ever really got around to finishing many of them, and he would often, like, jokingly complain about how he couldn't get past, like, the first area of The Dig, and I always kind of wanted to do something like a YouTube series or a stream or something that he would watch and enjoy The Dig, but that, like, literally can't happen because of how reality works, which will disappoint me forever, but is the nature of existence. Hi, welcome to Fun Saturdays. Speaking of Fun Saturdays, we're gonna play the last case, which is called, I wrote it somewhere on the Twitch page, maybe you can find it. It's called The Bates Motel. And to demonstrate this fact, let's bring up that menu. But you see, it's Bates spelled differently, so it's not the movie Psycho, but a vague allusion to it. Full Throttle was great. You could lick everything. Honestly, if I had a criticism of Full Throttle above all others, it's that I feel like you should have been able to lick more things. I mean, I feel like they knew what they were doing when they made that interface, and you could, like, look and touch and interact with and kick things. The kick button was also very good. But, like, ultimately, I think you lick, like, 2 things, and it's just not enough things for having a whole mouth button. Last bonus case is actually funny. That's great news. I hesitate to go so far as to say that I, like, hated Die Hard, but I feel like it was kind of misguided. Like, the name is good, and there's, like, a good premise in there, and I feel like we swung really hard and missed really hard. Like, the puzzles and the just general, like, game mechanics around that case were, like, the weakest of any of the ones we've played so far. And then, like, the Die Hard references were really shoehorned in there and didn't fit the case really well at all. So, like, it just ended up with this, like, gestalt of, like, disappointment. And I think for me at least it's heightened because they did like a spooky Christmas thing, and I was like all set for that to be cool, and it disappointed a little bit. Nico says, I think adventure games should implement a knife button. I mean, we could write a collective thesis on the misuse of knife in adventure games. Like, almost every adventure game has a knife at some point, and, like, very rarely can you just use the knife for everything, and yet, as MacGyver has taught us, like, you can use the knife for everything. You can even use it for the one thing he wouldn't use it for, which is to stab. I do feel like it would be fun to make an adventure game where, like, your starting inventory item is a knife, and there's, like, always a way to solve a problem with it, but, like, if you start stabbing people, there's consequences. But anyway, I've talked about, like, 80 different things, and we haven't played a game, and it's 6:14 p.m., so let's click on Bates Motel. Case summary, it's Dooley's birthday, so I'm taking him to Twin Lakes' #1 roadside attraction to celebrate. That's a good premise. I like where we're going. Bates Motel, but it's spelled differently, so it's not literally the movie Psycho. Wow, there was enough time for me to say all that, huh? Excited? Boy, am I. This is such a neat way to spend my birthday. I can't believe Chief Scully gave us the time off work. I have a lot more sway with the chief than you might think. You didn't tell her, did you? I did not, but, perk of the job, I told her El Chupacabra was causing trouble out here. Is that a gang? Point is, we're not expected back at the office for a few days, so let's get there and kick back. It's like a fishing motel, that tracks. I figured somehow it would tie into that with the Bates. Twin Lakes, a portmanteau of two scary places. Uh-huh, that's how you know it's super scary. Tome Alone and Police Farce were your favorites. I liked Tome Alone a lot. Police Farce I ranked pretty highly. What was the... Malice in Wonderland also pretty good. It's weird, like, I feel like I disproportionately like the early cases. I wouldn't say any of them are, like... No, I might go so far as to say that Die Hard was bad. It's not, like, terrible, but it has enough problems that it might rank bad. The rest of them I all liked. I just liked some more than others. I can't believe it's taken us so long to come to Twin Lakes' finest roadside attraction. The finest and only attraction. I'm excited to see what sort of stuff has been fished up from Lake Monster and stored here. I picked a good voice for Dooley because the more I've played this game, the more I've enjoyed doing the Dooley voice. Which is like a voice I can do, but for some reason haven't historically like done a lot when I'm doing these fake voice acting games. Hey Sarah, you're not really late. I've been wasting a bunch of time, so you're basically right on time. Happy Saturday to you. And I'm excited to find out why they're taken all the way out here to the desert and not stored near the lake itself. A slightly weirdly phrased question, but a valid one. Anyway, let's grab our bags from the car and sort out our room at reception before we visit the museum. Hey. Oh, I have a really stupid idea. Would we like to waste more time and have me set up a poll to see if someone will use bust incorrectly one more time before we finish the game? Is that worth our time? Go back to here. Manage prediction. God, I'm just wasting everyone's time. Why am I doing this? Start prediction. Will Bates Motel go bust? Yes. No. Vote time is 10 minutes. This matters very little. 10 minutes. Sure, why not? There you go. Have fun gambling. Great. Now we will try not to waste time. This will not work. Great. Let's look at the car. Dooley, why did you bring a lamp? We're only here for the night, so I figured I'd pack light. Dear sweet God. It's already too early for this. Just that and some power supplements? In case I want to work out while we're here. That's not what you call that, right? You wouldn't call them power supplements, would you? Is that a British thing? Like, I get the idea. It's like exercise, like protein powder or something like that. But like, I've never heard someone call them power supplements. That sounds like a drug that you would take in the Charmed universe. I love you, buddy. Don't ever change. I try not to. That's why I'm wearing my uniform on holidays. Okay, I got luggage. That was actually relevant. It isn't always. Let me look at this red light. Not in the States. I mean, this game is clearly British in origins, if that's the question, Angelic Dirt. There have definitely been enough indicators over the previous 8 cases that I feel confident in saying this game was made in the UK. It's late. Dooley is probably confused. That's fair. He's also confused when it's early or on time. The red light must be a satellite antenna for the motel. So much neon! It's so you can't see how crummy this place is. Aw, no, where my best buddy brings me for my birthday could be crummy. Aw, that's sweet. That's so cute. Well, I encourage someone to vote against the game going bust just because odds would be in your favor, which is rare in the Hunger Games universe. Which is that what we're doing? Unclear. Another possibility for a big neon sign like this is because instead of being in the Hunger Games universe, maybe we're in the Infamous universe after, like, post Second Son, and we need a place to recharge our neon ability so we can run up buildings. That game's sick. This seems like I don't feel like this is where this road sign should be. We should drop our bags off for our room first. If I just drop them here, can we go to see the attraction right away? I guess we should probably... Well, do I want this trash? Trash can full of old burrito wrappers and half-full energy drink cans. That's a potent drink. It lets you see sounds and hear your heart beatbox. I hope I never have to drink that. Foreshadowing? 1K on Novus. There you go, Ditto. My ever-faithful Thesaurus. Yeah, I know. He also seems to think that it's foreshadowing, and we've taken someone's used energy drink can out of the trash, and even as someone who frequently plays adventure games, I find this concerning. The sign is nothing. Reception? Hey, what's the motel owner sound like while I go look at a bunch of stuff? Ooh, is this gonna make the cool water cooler noise I liked in the earlier case? It does. Crap, I did the thing again where I was like, I'm gonna stall so that the character whose voice I don't know doesn't speak, and then they immediately spoke. I'm really good at doing that. Can confirm, energy drinks will make you see sounds and taste colors. So it's just like drinking 100 cups of coffee in a day, or whatever Fry did in that one Futurama episode? What kind of name is Narvin? Narvin sounds like nerdy creeper based on name. Okay. Hey, that water's not for drinking. Really? What do I look like, a unicorn to you? Of course, really, it's my water. You want water, you go to the diner next door. Okay. Oh, he's got a fax machine, that's good. That ain't for no customer's use, it's for when I want to fax my mother. Make sure she's fed the cat. She never remembers to feed that darn cat. Every night I come home to it just screaming at her and screaming at it. Just feed the darn cat, Ma. Yeah, now, see, after getting a couple lines of dialogue, I think he's literally Will Ferrell in The Wedding Crashers. Why are you using a fax machine for that? That's a very good question. I don't want to talk to her. Don't want to talk to you either. See, after another couple lines of dialogue, he sounds like me running a motel. Aircon. Oh, that's... Look, it's like functioning? That's fun. I'm so glad this place has aircon. It's so warm out in the desert. All right, again, just to drive the point home, in the U.S., like almost anyone would call this AC, or perhaps say the full name air conditioning. I've very rarely known an American to say something like aircon. Stop taking all my cool air. Your room has its own cool air. Go breathe it there. You're raising the temperature level in here. Fish trophy. I caught that fish myself. You ain't never caught one that big, have you? Nah, that's for sure. Poster? The desert, a one-stop destination for all your poorly conceived spiritual journeys. Let's go in his mystery door. Wise guys, where is it you think you're going? In there's for the golden ticket holders. Do yous hold a golden ticket? No, thought not. So is this one also Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I saw a really funny, like, someone posted like a video on Twitter, like a female comedian like made this video where she was like crying and she was like really upset and she's like, look, I was trying to like do a fun thing and I opened my DMs for all the people who follow me on Twitter and they were gonna go to the set of my newest project, and then just after a few minutes, one of them went and drank the chocolate from the river that I told them not to, and one of them became a big blueberry, and it was ridiculous. She played it straight for like a really long time before it became like clear that, oh, like, you're definitely just describing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I'm here for it. What are you watching? None of your business, that's what. You know what? I think after all the talking around it, he's gonna be really friendly to us. Close the friggin' door, you're letting all the sand in. Why are you here anyway? We're here for the attraction. Then you're in the wrong place, moron. This here's a motel, as you should have been able to see from the motel sign out front. Not so good at this detectiving for a detective, eh? I mean, he's in like a beat cop uniform, and I'm just in a trench coat. I could just be a weird guy. You don't know I'm a detective. Attraction's back out on the main road, then follow the sign. You'll know you're near on account of the localized sandstorm. Localized sandstorm? That's what I said, ain't it? Now you think that a smart guy like you could handle all that? Also, we have a room booked here. So you're the guys. I was wondering if you were gonna turn up. It's late. You're late. You're in room 2. Wait, if he was expecting people to get here, and then we showed up, and then he was confused about it, then I'm confused about why he's confused. Don't thank me, I didn't clean the place out after the last guest. So good. Oh, let's not forget to talk to Dooley all the time. Did you know the first reception was built in Ohio by Julius Caesar in 932 BC? I believe it. What history books are you reading? Wait, you can read about history? Never change. Alright, let's go to our rooms. This is room 1. Can we break into it? Not us, we're one over. It's too dark to see anything inside. That's, aw, sweet, a vending machine. We're definitely gonna steal something from this later. It's full of out-of-date shampoo and toothpaste. All the food items are gone. Doesn't look like this is all that well maintained. Much like all non-military services in this country. Oh look, there's a bag of cheese puffs in the slot. Might as well take it. These things never go off. There were like 2 distinct things in that set of dialogue that were British. But also, I don't know the stereotype that in the UK, military things are well maintained and everything else isn't. I sort of got chips, but it's a little interesting in that he said that all the food items were gone, but I guess he was looking like in the machine proper, and then we reached inside and there was something resembling a food left. Alright, and then the third room. The curtains are pulled over, I can't see inside. Ooh, there's a swimming pool. And a weird relaxed guy. What does the weird relaxed guy sound like, chat? And don't say Shaggy or I'll ignore you and ban you from this channel. I'm at least half kidding. He said non-military vehicles? Are you sure? I thought he said non-military services. David Spade? There's That's a choice. I feel like I should be able to do that. But it's been a minute. Literally the last thing I saw David Spade in was when he did a guest appearance like a year ago, temporary hosting Bachelor in Paradise. That'll tell you some things about my life. Anyway, I think I looked at the life preserver. This brings back bad memories. I don't know what they were. Saw vehicles. Yeah, maybe it was military service vehicles. That's a very specific comment to make, though. Alright, let's talk to David Spade. What are you doing out here at this hour? Sunbathing! It's nighttime. I don't want to get sunburned. Daytime is when the rays are out hunting. Like the stingrays? Sky stingrays? Look at those flies go. Probably drying themselves off after a swim. I'm skeptical of your claim. I'm glad I brought trunks. I'm glad I like skinny dipping. Those are not compatible friend times. A bucket of highly chlorinated water from the pool. You want to watch that stuff. They say it's good for your teeth, but really, it's so the sheeple don't rise up against the government. Darn. Dooley, you're thinking of fluoride, which is not used for mind control. Also, you shouldn't be putting chlorine anywhere near your mouth. It's toxic. Oh, that might explain the horrible taste in my mouth each morning. Sweet, utility room. I'm gonna steal this mop. It's like a witch's broom for a damper kind of witch. That's an interesting observation. I'm glad I got to see this. I missed out on the last boiler room. It's a beauty, all right. Uh-oh. The last time that there was a handheld vacuum cleaner, it didn't go well for me at all. Are you gonna clean the donut crumbs out of the car, finally? Dooley, you left those crumbs there. Is that a no, then? Can I take these things after I look at them? These both feel like things I should possess. Is it the case that, like, once we hit the bonus case territory, we decided that we wouldn't pick stuff up without having a reason? Because that started in Buy Hard, and not beforehand. Circuit breaker for the motel. I definitely feel like I could tamper with that. This must be where the motel heats its water, and rooms. Pool too, I guess. You know, just today they were fixing the water heater in my building, which is good because it recently developed a mode where, like, every couple of days it would burn your skin off and not do anything else for a little while. I guess that's everything? And, okay, this is one of the bounds of the world. Yeah, I can't look in the swimming pool. Just look at that water! Chemical Blue is the name, I think. Alright, let's finally go to our room, and then maybe to the attraction. You know, the one of them. Oh, I have to use key on door. Use keys to open doors! I agree, it is rude not to steal the witch's... No, you think it's rude to steal the witch's mop? I think it's rude not to. Why would the witch leave her mop in that closet if she didn't want me to steal it? That just doesn't make sense, Neko. Here we are. Finally, I feel like we've been walking forever and seeing nothing. Okay, this is us. Let's dump our bags. That was dangerously close to bust. Is this a rotary phone that's missing the handset? We have half a phone. Looks like it. But is the phone half empty or half full? Ooh, that's a really good question. What do you think, chat? When you see a phone like this, does that phone seem half empty or half full? You didn't see a car park? Well, we definitely parked our car in front of the building. So, like, that's presumably where the broom goes. However, I didn't see one of those weird old-timey, like, horse hitching posts from the Wild West that is also inexplicably shaped like a horse. It's half not there and half there. Is it in a quantum superposition of being a phone? Half full of little men trying to convince me phones exist. I thought they were going to try to convince you to, like, extend your car's warranty or something. Seems like a good place to put our bags. So I guess this is an actual quote-unquote puzzle? Use... Okay, that's us settled in. Shall we go see the attraction now? Yes, finally! I'll look at this wheel first. I've seen these before. It's the AI that controls the ship! Oh my god. Did this video game just make a Wall-E reference out of absolute nowhere? Out of the complete blue sky of left field? Did this game make a Wall-E reference? This case already up to a 10 out of 10, which is a pretty big improvement over By Heart. Hello, are you there? They must have let its battery run down. Good, I don't want it watching me sleep. Thank goodness there's aircon. This desert heat would be stifling otherwise. I don't think I could stay indoors without it. Bedside locker? That's also, like, not a thing that I feel like a person would call this. Aircon is the new bust. I mean, it's sort of the new bust, but it's definitely not equivalent to bust. There's a note saying, I owe you one Bible, signed Pastor Farrelly. Is Pastor Farrelly the surfer guy who, like, painted our face to look like a zombie? This light switch is not connected to anything. I guess we're sleeping with the lights on. Do I need anything from the suitcase? Our luggage. I can't believe all you brought was protein supplements. See? Like, this is like a thing you would use to describe it, not power supplements. Really? Are you sure you can't believe it? Actually, yeah, I can believe it. Want some? I got enough to share. Yeah, fine. Yay! Received item. Dooley's protein supplements. See, I'm glad I checked. Great. You think that's the pastor's name? Yeah, like, I feel like they probably wouldn't have mentioned the name if it wasn't the guy we already met. Why can't I touch the ominous spinning lightsabers? I presume you mean... definitely a ceiling fan. I guess this time its motor isn't bust, and as a result, I have no need to observe it. Although, I think literally the last ceiling fan that we encountered was the first item that said bust, and then there were like 6 more in rapid succession, and then I failed a resolve check, and I became abusive. I think that's all what happened. See, this is sort of a car park. Either that or we're illegally parked, but we're the cops, and we're corrupt or whatever. Ooh, we can actually go to the diner, too. That's fun. So, I mean, it's Dooley's birthday, and he really wants to go see the attraction. Let's do that before we go to the diner. Even though, like, I would really like to go to the diner. I've done, like, nothing to change my eating schedule or diet in the recent past, but for some reason, right now, I'm really hungry, and I'm like, that's inopportune timing. Okay, this is weird. Is this the back... No, it's not the same sign. It's just a neon sign from another angle. Also, a carnival truck. Fun fact, and this is a fact that I'm not making up. One time I was working a temp job at an advertising company, and like the front like facade of the building was a bunch of windows, and from the desk I had to sit at all day, I watched a truck that was transporting like a disassembled carousel burn to the ground. Literally just, like, pulled over to the side of a highway and just burned to the ground. It's a weird thing that happened that one time. It's a shame these signs are the fanciest part of the place. A carnival's coming to Twin Lakes. What are we doing at this dump? I mean, thanks for the thoughtful birthday trip. I can't seem to climb this implied ladder, which feels a little weird to me. Is there anything else? Oh, I should talk to him. Nothing like that dry spring desert air. You can really feel the sand in your nostrils. So the parking lot's where we came from. Oh, so I can't just, like, wander out into the desert, huh? That's almost definitely happening. But let's go to the attraction first. Ah, I didn't think it was this much of a walk. It'll be good for us. I wonder what that haze in the distance is. A perpetual sandstorm? What's going on here? Think it's part of the attraction? I don't, Dooley. I don't. It's a sandstorm. It's weird, though. I feel like I know what a sandstorm sounds like. And it doesn't sound like this. Does anyone else know what a sandstorm sounds like? I think I'd describe it as something like da 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 da. Yeah, you could like describe it as Darude, I think. I don't know, like, I love really stupid meme songs. There was a while back where for some reason, I think, like, mostly on Reddit, anytime someone would reference any song, people would be like, no, you're thinking of Sandstorm by Darude, and then, like, would just, like, type out what the sounds of Darude's Soundstorm sounded like, as if they were recounting the lyrics or something, but it was just, like, it was happening, like, consistently for a while, and it was really strange because, like, obviously that's nothing. Your fiance just made the same joke and she's cackling now. You found a good one, Haggis. Yeah, do-do-do-do-do. Exactly, you get it. You understand. Sandstorm centered on this attraction. Does this mean... Yes, Dooley, a case to investigate. Say it isn't so. For some reason, this is giving me... I can't for the life of me remember the exact name of it. There's some, like, vortex of infinite unknowing or something, which is like a roadside attraction in one of the Save & Max games. And this is really giving me those vibes. Oh my god, do you think each of these information booklets has its own hitbox like the last time we saw them? Information stand seems to be closed down because of the storm. On account of the storm? There's a sandstorm centered on the attraction's entrance. If we want to get inside to investigate, we'll need to find a way to block it. To block the sandstorm? Well, I guess that the way you would block a sandstorm is to, like, claim that you own the copyright to it, and then, like, try to get all of the videos on YouTube that have, like, a matching audio signature, like, flagged, and, like, put strikes on people's accounts, like, for no good reason, because you're, like, the villain of the story. You were just thinking that? Yeah, I bet. You don't get it? Just look up Sandstorm by Darude, Neko. It'll make sense. It'll make perfect sense. Ooh, Psyduck would... Wait, what was the phrasing that, like, really tickled me when we were playing, Pokemon Pearl? When, like, Cloud9 was used, like... It said something along the lines of, like, Psyduck destroyed the weather, or something. It was like, that's... I feel like that's not correct. So I guess I can't do, like, anything at all here until I do the sandstorm. Because mostly... Actually, can't get inside because it's piled up with sand. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think everything else is basically just gonna be like, there's a sandstorm, idiot. So let's, like, wander out into the desert, I guess. I wonder if this could block the wind causing that sandstorm. I mean, I feel like that demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding about how either trucks or sandstorms would possibly both work, but I guess maybe in theory, sure. Well, I guess that's not... Maybe we can block the sandstorm with this. Do I have to hijack it? Wow, look at the desert. There's like a whole wolf here and like an anthill, which reminds me of King's Quest V, a game I was never able to beat because it's very easy to die repeatedly. And there's like a point where you have to like... I think ants are being attacked by an anteater and you have to like do something to scare it off, and then the queen of the ants comes out and offers you a boon or something insane. For once, I'm glad to see you, Moon. It'd be a very dark night if we were out here on our own. Cactus? Look, Detective, he's waving. What a beautiful night. You never really see the moon in the city. Dooley, we see it all the time. Most nights. Well, I never really look up in the city, on account of not being able to see anything when I do. A hill made of ants. Close, buddy. So close. You want cheesy puffs? Well, then you should go to what appears to be the worst motel ever, and just, like, break into the machine, probably. Ah, Sierra. Yeah. I'll be honest, like, the Sierra games are cool, but, like, the ability to, like, permanently fail out of nowhere and to reach, like, fail states you don't know about kind of, like, turned me off to them. I was always a bigger fan of LucasArts games. Although, admittedly, a big part of that at the time was more just like I liked those games' style more. Um, but like I definitely have an appreciation for the Sierra games. I think the wolf wants some ancient cheesy puffs. You know what? We could try. Although, frankly, I feel like it's more likely that it wants to increase its killing power. I feel like it's more likely that I'm going to eat these cheesy puffs. I'm not sure that's going to achieve anything. If you like to become more powerful than I could ever imagine, Wolf? Do I have to? If I say yes, will you do it? That's no way to spend a vacation. Aw, we basically recycled that line from Die Hard. That cactus looks like a football. Just don't kick it. Alright, I got nothing here. Now we're off to a questionable start in that, similar to Die Hard, I don't feel like I immediately have a goal. Oh, I haven't gone to the diner yet. Let's go to the diner. Maybe this will explain everything. Oh, and I can go behind the diner? Oh my god, it's called Bowie Meets Grill, and then the lights flicker, and it's bum to flicker again. I dare you. Grill? Bum trill? Is bum trill something? It's not bust. Hey, Neko, is bum trill something? Is this a British thing I don't understand? The sign is painted on. I guess they're open 24/7. You know, I guess that saves you some electricity. A bum trill is a fart. Oh. You know, I guess that makes some amount of sense. That's very British, though. Like that, like I need that translated. Luckily, Ditto performing duties as my thesaurus, but also have Neko as a cultural guide. I mean, I don't actually read his line, did I? Those are my kind of opening hours. Let's go in the diner. Let's go to Fart Diner. I need voices for two people. One is this smoking, maybe gangster guy, and the other is a diner waitress. I'm gonna look at this hot dog picture. It's like a processed torpedo coming right for my heart. You know what? That's my favorite Digimon attack, is processed torpedo. I hope the burgers here are as good as they look. Are they ever? I did it again. I conjured a voice line from a character who I don't have a voice for. The guy is just thick smoker voice. That's fair. That seems fine. Someone got a Sue voice? What's Sue sound like? I gotta read that line of dialogue. Sassy woman who don't need no man. Alright. Okay. Not in Twin Lakes, honey. The mayor ruled all food has to be worse than advertised. Keeps the population dissatisfied. Well, good boys, can I fix you up a little something to eat? Are you the boss here? I surely am. Though it's me and Klaus, and we're closed off season, so it's not that fancy a setup. Keeps my lights on and his workshop running, so wait, forget I said anything. Are you linked to the motel? Gracious no. I don't think Narvin would want to work with others. He's not what you'd call a people person. Is Narvin in a public-facing job? Why is it her job to answer this question? Way I heard it, family business. His mom fished, his pa ran the place. He got stuck with it for some reason or other, but I think he likes the power. I think he wanted to get his hands on the real abuse of authority and become police, but it didn't work out. Hey. If they'd given me a shrug animation, this is when I'd use it. This ended up more southern than I expected, but it's like a diner, and like, somehow every diner has like a southern woman in it, so like, that's probably fine. Y'all come back now, you hear? Yeah, I think she's supposed to be southern. Which is interesting. I wonder if that's like true. I imagine that this game is supposed to be set in America, despite the fact that a lot of the dialogue is, like, clearly British.
Alright, shoppers.
Shoppers?
It's rhyming slang for coppers.
Is it?
I don't know, trying to butter churn it. Learn it?
Right. Doesn't sound like it's going all that well.
No.
What brings you out here?
Trying to promote our roadshow. Lady Farnival's Frivolous Carnivals.
Is that slang or what it's actually called?
I don't know anymore.
Is that your truck out front?
What?
Your truck. Your, rubber duck?
Oh yeah, my rubber duck. It is parked out in the indecipherable code.
Indecipherable code? Road?
Yep.
Can I borrow the bee's knees?
Oh, if you want the bee's knees, then I'll want something in return. Now let me think. A garden hermit, one for my arsenal to set up in your circus, clown.
Like a something permit. Okay, sure. Sorry, what? If you want my truck keys, I need a permit so my carnival can set up in your town.
Mate!
Yeah, okay. I understood that time. Right. Off I go to phone the precinct.
See you later, perspective.
I don't really understand the rhyming slang thing. I understand the reference being made. I don't actually understand the actual rhyming slang. I feel like that it's like an unhelpful way. It's like that thing from The Office where, like, if you spend a bunch of time explaining your shorthand and it's not shorthand, I very much feel like it's that. I feel like slang is supposed to be shorthand and generally functions by being, like, accepted by some group of people as a shorthand for something. So, like, rhyming slang being a thing that you make up off the top of your head and just rhyming with something that has meaning doesn't feel useful to me. I guess I'll go to the kitchen. Why am I allowed to do this? I want your food processor. A shiny food blender for sauces and shakes. Is he really Santa? I think he's Santa because it saves me the trouble of, like, figuring out a voice, and also he looks like Santa. Also, he's talking about seasonal items. Like, it's just Santa. It's just Santa's, like, side hustle is what seems to be happening. Oh, and seasonal items such as eggnog. Just for example, of course. I think we should check the fridge for clues. But why can't I not then do it? Some yeasts for making burger buns and other stuff rise and expand. Wow, a restaurant that, like, makes its own burger buns sounds like kind of a hassle. That sounds like some real artisanal stuff right there. My desire for a burger is rising and expanding as we stand here. Maybe I should... Oh my god, it's definitely Santa Claus, by which I mean obviously it's not Santa Claus. Ho, hold it there. You can't just take my yeast. I need it for making Christmassy, and other year-long types of cakes. Ho. I guess a place like this can never have too many sauces. A jar of maple syrup. Now I just need a stack of pancakes. This could work well as a makeshift glue. Ho, not a chance. I know what you're like, young Frella? Ho! I've never met you before in my life. Is he gonna do a magic trick? That's normally where I hear people say that sort of thing. Did you know that outside of America, people don't call this jelly? They call it jam? There's like a distinction between jelly and jam, isn't there? It's a holiday spin on raw egg sauce. Yeah, I mean, based on, like, the nutritional facts of raw egg sauce, you could, like, definitely put it in, like a tabletop diner style, like, sauce applicator and just, like, leave it out at room temperature, like, for sure. That's, like, a thing you could definitely do. What I'm saying is, like, basically it can't get worse than egg sauce, right? Unless you're, like, one of those prudes, like that lady from Heavy Rain who's like, oh, I guess I should have told you that I like my eggs cooked. What a weirdo. And jelly is what we call Jello. Wait. I'm trying to track exactly what he's saying here. So... So he's saying that, like, what we acknowledge as jelly in the United States is called jam, regardless of the fact that we also have something we call jam that is distinct from jelly. But that in other places they call Jello jelly, which is confusing because it has a name that's already very similar? Question mark? Here, jam means stuck. But also there, it means stuck as well as jelly. Language is zany. I honestly feel like you're making this more difficult than it needs to be. But there's definitely a part of me that's glad neither one of you said bust. Yeah, I'd hate to be a non-American trying to capture even a loose glimpse of their culture. I'm kind of surprised that the character model hasn't turned to directly face the screen. Well, as us Americans are always saying, when in Rome, Monday morning quarterback. I could not agree more. Wink! Scales? Some weighing scales. They don't look used. I am an artist. I guess the amounts. Ho ho ho. I have no reason for this thing. And of course the elves help. I mean, Merry Cookmas! Oh, crumbs. The oven is full of Christmas cookies. It's my signature dish! This joke is bust. I agree, I get the point of it, but perhaps because of the language barrier, it didn't really land. Language barrier being a strong word. Hey, look, a vent again. The vent seems to be broken. I hope no critters get in there. Me too. We'd have to close down and wait for fumigation if they did. Merry Cookmas. Ooh, can I have your dining tray? It's weird that this is interactable. Perfect for carrying meals, and, like, getting really confused in the game of Play-Doh. Also hitting muggers on the head, and impromptu games of Frisbee. It's not as good for hitting muggers on the head as just, like, a loose crate in a New York City alley. I feel like I should be able to, like, order food or something? How's the food? It's rats and mice, you know. Proper pastry. Right, of course. It's all that stuff. Of course it is. It's a real good thing you did with that rhyming slang. Sure, let's go around back. What is this? What have we here? I have to figure out what page I put this on. There it is.
Squeak, squeak.
Hey there, Lit. Oh, you're a fast one, aren't you?
Squeak, squeak.
Looks like a critter got to that vent after all. It's the vent into the kitchen.
Squeak.
Am I supposed to, like, trick the rat into going inside? I feel like that shouldn't be terribly difficult. That's a great point, Neko. Maybe it has peach cookies. But who keeps giving all these rats peach cookies anyway? Standard diner waste. It's an old abandoned car. Looks like there's a discarded cross wrench in the trunk. I prefer my wrenches happy. See, that joke, like, doesn't even really work in the United States. I mean, I understand it. But, like, that, like, if we're gonna talk about the difference between, like, American English and English English, that joke doesn't make sense in America. Let's take it and cheer it up. Anything else I can steal? Now it's an abandoned and empty car. I assume I'm gonna need to, like, steal the tires off this to put them on the truck or something. Hey, rats like cheese. Do you like cheesy poofs? If I just give the cheesy poofs to the rat, then I'll be down treats, but up no rat. Why is it that the energy drink has, like, a skull and crossbones on it? Like it's literal poison? So, if I'm trying to catch the rat... Do I try to lure him with the cheesy puffs on the other side through the kitchen? You ever made a video game you would have the rats drop peach cookies? Or cookied peaches? Cookied peaches? I'm just gonna, like, try throwing my cheesy poofs at some stuff and, like, see what happens. It's no way to spend a vacation. Nope. Just gonna put it on the scale, and then I missed. Have to put it in the blender, which is really concerning because I don't want the rat to end up there. And give them to Santa. It's not gonna achieve anything. He's gonna eat them. Because energy drinks. I've confirmed this. I'll tell you what, I've avoided ever trying an energy drink because just on the principle, it does sound like it should have a skull and crossbones on it. It's kind of weird to me that it became like a commonplace enough thing that we just accept it as a society. Although in fairness, like a lot of that just comes from America, I think. And America will accept all sorts of nonsense. Just to be clear, I poke fun at the English versus American language stuff in this game, but like, I'm not intending to make fun of just like England. Just the fact that, you know, minimal effort was made in localizing some of these things, and even the game is kind of pointing that out now. So I need access to a phone, which means I need the other half of a phone to access the phone in my room. Or I could get rid of this guy and use this fax machine? Maybe I could hit him over the head with like a tire iron? I feel like I want to suddenly put this workout powder into the water cooler. I have no idea what I expect it to do, but it sounds interesting. You're right, I could try putting the cheesy puffs in the hole outside. It felt like since I'm trying to lure it, that might not be far enough, but we might as well try. Like, I feel like I should be putting it someplace where I have, like, a container or something to catch it, if we're talking about catching it. He doesn't even like that idea. It is a good idea, just to be clear. I just figured there was another step before I should try doing it. An energy drink and water cooler?
Close the freaking door, you're letting all the sand in. Why are you here anyway?
What was the room num?
2, it was 2, it's not that hard to remember, it's 2! Now get!
Where can I get the keys for the truck out front?
Does this here place look to you like a carnival?
Sorry.
I asked you, does this place look like a carnival?
No.
Then why do you think I own a carnival advertising truck? It belongs to some other poor schmuck staying here. Hoof.
Doing his cat rant again. Oh! He was doing his cat rant. I didn't think this would go someplace. I assume we're dialing the police? Dispatch! Sally, it's me. I need a... Who's me? Sally, it's Detective McQueen. I need a... We work together? Hello? Well, if we're such good friends, how come you didn't ask how I was first? Straight into business. I can go the business route too, you know. I'm sorry, Sally. That was rude of me. How are you? Busy. Too busy for idle chatter. What's up? Can you ask the chief to sign a permit so a carnival can come to Twin Lakes? No need. I have pre-signed permits here. Consider it done. Why do you have pre-signed permits just sitting around? Look, do you want the permit or do you want to ask questions? Permit, please. I'll fax it to you. I received permit and missed out on some dialogue because I didn't think that was actually going to work. Because he really didn't want us to use the fax machine. My bad, I apologize. To be fair, it's not like American games typically localize things for the British. That's fair. But, like, it's weird because it strongly feels to me, and this, I might be mistaken in this, but, like, because of the cultural elements of the types of things that this game investigates, it feels like this game is supposed to be set in the United States. And then, like, it becomes extra weird when it, like, tries to draw attention to it instead of just casually being like, no, like, this game was, like, made in the UK. What's our detective's name again? Was it Origami? I don't know. So, I guess it's kind of an underwhelming puzzle, but we got a permit. You hermit purple. I have your permit. Sorry, what is it? You're something hermit?
Oh, it's a week-long cruise.
Good news.
Here are my rubber duck's bee's knees.
The truck's keys? I appreciate it, but I have to ask, why are you trying to talk like this? It seems like a lot of hassle.
It adds an air of authenticity, doesn't it?
Does it, though? I'm surprised the inventory update wasn't, you got the bee's knees. Alright, I guess we'll drive a truck that for some reason will stop an entire sandstorm, question mark? Hop in, Dooley, let's go block that sandstorm. Da-da-da-da-da. 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 And it immediately reopened again. That's kind of insane. That's probably not how that should work. Okay, the truck is blocked enough of the storm to get us near the entrance, although it's completely blocked up, and I'm still not entirely sure what the attraction is to begin with. This is exciting. Usually people are struggling to get out of museums. I feel like this might be a familiar person at the information booth. Museum rules. Number 1, no licking. Items, building, or other attendees. Dang it, Neko. They saw us coming. They heard us talking about Full Throttle, and they just don't want us to have any fun with their inventory puzzles. 2, theft of display items. Only okay for supernatural investigations. Right? Rule number 1 sucks. Rule number 2 pretty good, though. Rule number 3, no lake monsters. Well, I mean, it's good to put it on the sign, just, like, in case. Like, hopefully you don't need it, but, like, in case you do, it's good to put it on the sign. Welcome to Trout of This World, the Twin Lakes' Twin Lake Findings Museum. Hello again. Hello again to you, too. Long time no see. You don't remember me, do you? I am afraid that is where you have caught me out, which is definitely a thing that Americans say, I promise. Please forgive me in my job as tourism officer of Twin Lakes. I meet literally tens of people a year. Try though I do, I cannot remember them all. What was that storm about? The one that's still happening that sounds like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo? You know, I often wonder the same thing about storms and blizzards, heat waves too. What is it about? What's it all about? What about this one? Ah, Jamie, this one. This one they will come and they will ask you about, I told myself. Sadly, I had stepped out to the bathroom. All I know is that a fisherman came to see the place, and by the time the storm came, he was gone. What did he look like? Yellow hair and a mustache. And fisherman clothes, as in clothes that smell like fish. What can you tell us about this place? Well, despite numerous warnings, many people go to Lake Monster to fish. Of course, the very real monster has almost certainly eaten all of the fish. With probably no fish to catch, people dredge up old boots, license plates, terrible artifacts, and artifacts of power, and reverse bicycles. In case they're of value, the mayor wants them all cataloged, and in case they belong to the terrible lake fiend, I, as head of tourism, store them as far from the lake as I can. When something is found, I drove it over here. Wait, reverse bicycles? Yes, the frame is made of inflated rubber and the wheels are metal. Local inventor Claudia Rod invented them to reduce bicycle congestion across the city. Do you have any merchandise? Oh yes, we sell boots modeled on boots found in the lake. They're very uncomfortable. We also have t-shirts soaked in lake water to give them a unique pungent smell, and hats with our logo on them. Oh, a hat! I want a hat. One hat for the birthday boy, please. Coming right up. So when you said a logo on it, it's got an achievement that says make adventure games again. That's good. That's fair. I meant we have built miniature versions of our logo on top, yes. I love it! Oh my god, look at him, look at the birthday boy wearing his birthday hat. It's very good. Now, the only problem that I see is that there isn't also a miniature boot hanging off of it. And also, that's not so much like a logo as it is a sign, but that's fine. I'm glad that he enjoys it. Hi, Dooley. It looks like a prison. It used to be one. Then they started fishing up interesting stuff from Lake Monsters, so they released all the criminals to store the stuff here. Fun rumor? Maybe facts? I don't actually remember verifying this. But it was long rumored that the architect of the high school that I went to was an architect for prisons. And I know that that sounds like, haha, of course, the high school students would say that because being in high school as a high school student is like being in prison. But also, you should keep in mind that that building had almost no windows and was made of dense concrete. So, like, I think it might actually be true. Echo says, apparently reverse bicycles are real, and they turn the opposite direction to the direction you turn the handlebar. Oh, it's like inverting the controls in, like, a thing. They designed them similarly? I don't know, maybe. That might be true. I only ever went to one high school, and it kind of sucked, to be clear. Psychology building literally had stairs to nowhere. I feel like you were part of an experiment that you maybe didn't sign up for, Demolition. Makes sense. Can I go inside? Okay, let's dig our way in. So far, I'm digging this case. Oh, and the sand went away. Look at it all. The finest things fished from the bottom of Lake Monster. A bowling ball, a teddy bear, and oh look, a knocked over lamp. Speaks for itself, really. Yes, there are no cameras on display here. Stay strong, guys. Somebody will fish up a camera someday. But this visitor is using a camera right now. What kind of bait do you think they used to catch this bowling ball? Wow, a photo of Bigfoot. That's the picture I took. Wait, you've met Bigfoot? Can you introduce me? Sure. This cup says the Holy Grail. Genuine article. Number 3423 from a limited run of 5,000. Genuine indeed. A strange-looking lamp with the lid removed. Recording. The genie's not in right now. Please leave your wish after the beep. I wish I didn't have to get back to work after this trip. I wonder if this is a real genie's lamp. And if so, where's the genie? That stray magic might explain the sandstorm outside. We should look around. Something that powerful could cause a lot of trouble. Better have a look around for it. That pink bear. It's true. I feel like we've seen this one before. This guy's starting to make me nervous. Oh, there's a license plate. That's fun. An ominous custom plate. Can't swim. Wig. Hey, this looks like that camp counselor I met. That was Nigel. In a disguise. Oh, yeah. Boy, is it convincing. I feel like I seem to recall hearing something about a form of government that's, like, based on a damp woman throwing swords out of lakes. I forget if I was supposed to be for or against that notion, though. This claims to be Excalibur. Give me a look. Huh, I can't get it out. Bird skeleton. A bird skeleton. It reminds me of the time I picked museum locks with some of these. Oh, cool. I guess we'll do that again. In this universe, did birds just evolve to be lockpicks? Is that a thing? Has that ever been in every case? To be honest with you, I am not certain. I don't think it literally has, but it's been in several. I ruined the skeleton. Or did I make several really good keys? There's a pretty ominous looking skull. Yeah, but it's off screen, so we shouldn't pay any attention to it. Wow, two-headed fish. I can see the stitch lines. A two-headed fish that can stitch, that's even more impressive. I got an achievement for looking at everything, I guess. This doesn't actually... Oh, I guess I see how it's supposed to be two fish. I'm gonna level with you. I thought that this... Hang on, let me make myself invisible for a second. Where's my cursor? It's over here. So I'm kind of covering it. I thought that, at a glance, I kind of thought that this was just like a manta ray or a stingray. But... I guess, like, this is a fish head and this is a fish head, and the fins kind of just formed the little... claw-like thing... It's not antenna, is it? You know, like the... It's got like a thing? Anyway, hi. Oh, I thought this... I also... Again, I've been bamboozled. I thought this was... What's her name? Moxa? The paranormal investigator lady who's been in multiple cases? I mean, the hair's different, but she's got, like, a camera and is investigating, like, possible paranormal stuff. Like, I kind of thought it was just her with, like, a different look. Is it? Is it Roxa in disguise? I don't know. I'll use the same voice just in case. And also because if it's not her, I don't expect her to be super relevant to the case, maybe. Look at all this stuff. I don't think you're meant to take photos. It says so right here on the very large sign. What are you, the police? Yes, actually. Oh, I just thought your son was dressed up for Halloween. Timely. We're the same age, and it's the wrong time of year. Well, actually, that's pretty much false. Yeah, I guess I'm sorry. Don't be, I'm very flattered. I'm not. Great, maybe we'll talk to her later. I don't think I know what to do now. Do you want bones, doggy? No. Do ants like energy drink? No. I mean, for some reason I'm supposed to want to capture a rat. Oh, I should double check the brochures, although, if anything, they're probably just a series of gags. They were last time. I don't know if they all have hitboxes again. Oh. No, I think now all of that is encompassed by the same hitbox I used to talk to Jamie. It does seem that way. Huh. Actually surprised by that. Yeah, Roxa was in the library case, the train case, and the zombie case. Cheesy Puffs on the hook hat. That, you know, I don't think we've ever equipped stuff to Dooley, have we? That could work, but then when we need to take his hat, that seems too sad to be the solution to the puzzle. It doesn't currently seem that... Hey, can I, like, break into all the other rooms? I don't think we should break into this room. They're fragile, and I don't want to break them. I understand these two sentences, but they're phrased very strangely. Oh! It's, a genie and a fisherman. And there's no bar for them to walk into, so I don't understand how the joke goes. Guten Abend, meine Freunde. Good evening. Hello, friend. What a glorious evening. As a child, I'd sit out on evenings like this and think. And think what? I'd just think, you know, thoughts. Who's your friend? This is my good luck charm, my ace in the hole. A third phrase meaning they are a good friend for me to have. With them, I will surely find the best piece of lake junk that has ever been found. Then I'll be on the cover of Lake Junk Monthly. Now, I don't want to rain on your parade, but you might want to double check that publication, as it might mean something different than you think it means. Although you might still want to be on the cover for all I know. That will undoubtedly lead to a dazzling array of talk show panels and book signings. Not my books, of course. I've not written one. I'll just sign random books. After that, what could life possibly hold for me? I'll grow jaded and weary and travel the world looking for the next lake to fish in, the next piece of junk to find, always hoping to relive past glories. In the end, my mania will overshadow the original find and will become solely what I'm known for. Or so I can hope. What brings you to the desert? Well, I'll tell you a story, shall I? I came here to fish up something from your lake and put it in the museum here. Is that the end of your story? Yes, didn't you like it? It was certainly to the point. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. What do you think the genie sounds like? I mean, clearly the German tourist sounds German, and Santa sounds Santa. But what does this guy sound like? What else could Lake Junk Monthly be referring to? I wouldn't advise you to check it up unless you had safe search on, or were comfortable finding out uncomfortable truths. You're not doing Will Smith. There's multiple reasons I'm not doing that. I feel like somehow, inexplicably, I feel like every suggestion that chat has given me is something that would get me canceled for some reason. Australian? Australian's a little interesting. I was trying to do an Australian character voice in Murder by Numbers, and it was frequently British. Just to be clear, it was frequently British. Irish. You know, Irish is a good challenge for me. I should be able to do Irish, and I, like, definitely can't. Which is also kind of true for Australian. I'm not good at either of those in particular. I can do them in small bursts and not consistently. Somehow, based on the particular line that's come up first, Irish feels appropriate. Let's give it a shot. Look at the jawline on this fella. You're gorgeous, debonair, suave. I was gonna say blue. How shallow to only notice the color of my skin. Nah, well, it's not so common around here. Where I'm from, everyone's blue. Pink face is like you'd be odd. But I have the decency not to make a thing of it. Sorry. So, you're the missing genie? Yes, and I was minding my own business, frying out some soaked delicates from my lamb's skinny dip in your lake, when this man gives me an unsolicited rubbing. Now, see, I'm an officer of the law, and I feel like that's grounds for me to arrest this man immediately. Is the case over? Did I do it? Now I'm stuck with him until he makes 3 wishes. Usual fare. No extra wishes, nuclear wars off the table, no naughty stuff. Naughty stuff? What's even the point of 3 wishes if naughty stuff is off the table? I mean, I get the, like, no forcing true love and bringing back the dead and all of that, but, like, honestly, like, there should be some influence for naughty stuff, right? I don't know. Yeah, there's 8 cases with supernatural stuff, and even though there's a genie in this one, it's actually just, like, a really straightforward assault case. I had a friend who, like, really wanted to make a TV show that was, like, not exactly that, but was, like, a little bit like that. If you do naughty stuff, you won't get a present from Santa, right? Like, there's consequences. Consensual genie. That is fair. Consent is important. But, like, I don't know. Couldn't he, like, put in a good word on your behalf as, like, a wish? I don't know. I am on the verge of getting canceled again, which I would like not to do. I thought I'd escape this life, but I'm stuck with it. Him until he's wished out. Then whoever finds me next gets a go. I wish I knew a way to break the cycle and get home to my family. People running around the state with wishes seems dangerous. Maybe we can get this genie home. See, if we're talking about the locality being a state, we're like most likely in the United States, and thus things like bust are out of place. Maybe we could get them home while we're at it. I just said that. Good, cause you know, seems like getting wishes off the streets of TL would be a good thing. I'm surprised you're so against it. Julie, I'm not against it. I suggested it. Okay, I won't force your arm. I just think it'd be safer for the city if we help. And nice to get them home. Where are you from? I'm from the dreams of ancient men. A place of incompatible delights and sights. Wouldn't you normally say incomparable? You don't know, do you? I left when I was a kid. How would you get home? No, never gotten back. All I know is I've been free of this guy's wishes first. Sorry that I can't give you better guidance. I don't know what's happening. I'm telling you, there's voices that I could do in like extremely small quantities, and like Irish and Australian are like right up there on that list. Bust isn't a British thing. The dictionary said it's an American thing. Your dictionary is incorrect. 0% of Americans have used bust in that fashion. There's like a really limited exception to that is only used in a very specific circumstance. Which is that, like, you will say, like, your goal or bust. Which means that, like, you will set out on an odyssey until you either accomplish that goal or can proceed no further. That is literally the only circumstance that an American has ever used bust in a similar circumstance to the way this game freely throws bust around like it has no idea what the word means. A spirit quest? Yeah, high-intensity journey into the wilderness. High intensity? Like high energy. People usually mix a powerful concoction to help them get in the right mindset. And suddenly I know what half my inventory's for. I don't know much more about it, to be honest. Not my kind of thing, but maybe somebody wise can guide you. Wise, eh? Fine. I'll do what I can, but I'm not promising anything. If you need to ask me anything else, you know where to find me. Beside wherever Master here goes. So, like... This seems like the sort of puzzle that would typically, like, require, like, a spell book or something, where, like, I find the spell book and it's like, ooh, the way to make a vision drink is, like, you know, something that does this, something that does that, something that does Z, and then you, like, find, like, analogs to them. It's just the energy drink? It could be just the energy drink, but I feel like it's implying that it's, like, a mixture of things. Also, at the very least, like, I have a thing that I would typically mix into a drink. That kind of makes me feel like that's what's going on. Can I make, like, just a horrible death beverage? Okay, this guy has not changed. Can I take any of this stuff yet? No. Which is fair, I guess. If I just hand him the energy drink, does that do something? No. I'm gonna read this one again. Never got back. I have to be free of the wishes. Forgot. Oh, alright. So he's saying if I go on a spirit quest, it will tell me how to get him home. Okay. That's like a little circuitous, and my brain like glossed over that while trying badly to do an Irish accent. I feel like I'm not done with this room, and I don't know why that would be. I also feel like the air conditioning is really conspicuous. Also, kind of feel like I don't know what we're doing again. Do I need information from the mystery room in order to go on a spirit quest? Set destination for all your poorly conceived... Yeah, I mean, I guess this poster is just here to tell you that in order to embark on that journey, you go to the desert. So so if we go to the desert and we use energy drink on self, is that literally everything? It feels like there should be more to it, but we should rule out that possibility. I don't think the drink alone is strong enough. I need a way to make it more powerful. Combine. Super shake. The amount of fizzing and hissing that caused does not get me excited to drink this later on. Why did it literally turn into like a 1950s diner milkshake glass? That's not right. Well, goodbye normal blood pressure. Neat. What the crap? Where did that come from? What do you mean? That's been here all along. No, Wait, is this how you see the world all the time? Finally, you're here. We thought you weren't gonna make it in time. In time? Yes, you're scheduled in for 15 minutes ago. You're lucky we had a cancellation or we'd not have been able to fit you in tonight. Sounds like you run a pretty tight ship. Oh, we have to. The desert is littered with people trying to find themselves these days. You ask me, I think unchecked capitalism has left us in a place where people's identity is based on what value they provide, but advancing technologies leave many of them with nothing to offer. Anyway, should we get started? Okay. Guess we're going to the ominous pyramid in the middle of the desert. There's nothing I want to do more. Wait, how do we get back from here? We don't, I guess. Welcome, travelers. The answers you seek lie within. Answers? Oh, right. Let me try that again, eh? Welcome, travelers. The questions you seek lie within. Then also within are the answers that you'll seek as a follow-up to the aforementioned questions. This is all very confusing. Well, it is a spirit quest. If we just told you what was happening, it'd be more of a spirit consultation, really. Anyway, tread carefully, brave journeyman. Who built this? And how did they get planning permission? Probably from one of those pre-signed permits. You like the milkshake glass? I don't dislike the milkshake glass. It just doesn't make sense, strictly speaking. Chemical reaction. I mean, we definitely got a chemical reaction, Haggis, for sure. Maybe it shouldn't be that loud? I don't know. In we go, I guess. The age-old ritual of entering ominous doorways when we both know better. What is this place? I love the use of color. It makes the place feel much bigger. Now, it kind of looks like the way the doorways are shaped is arguably spelling out up, which would suggest either that I want to climb these stairs that are visually going up, or that I would want to go in this doorway that's as high as possible? Huh? Weren't we just here? I don't like this. Here, every day is leg day. Do we live here now? Hey, that's the joke I normally make. They will tell tales of us, the temple police, wandering the halls, doling out punishment to any who anger the many-doored god. Finally. Look at this place. A temple to the body. I'm with my people. Duly, they're wolves. Shut it, two legs. I'm a wolf now. A woo! I like that they're lifting wolf and squatting wolf. I'm burning so much energy I can smell my first inch. A woo! Excuse me? Less talking, more pumping. Woo! Who are you? I'm the baddest, maddest, rudest wolf in the desert.
Rocking Rick Rover, they call me, but you can call me Rocking Rick Rover. Just like everyone else, because you're one of them. Woo!
Why are you wearing your sunglasses at night?
Only thing rather than pumping iron is looking cool while pumping iron. Woo!
What are you doing here?
Where else would I be? The motel? Lame. The diner? Lame. The attraction? Lame. If Rick can't pump, then it's a dump. Oh, sorry. Ow!
Okay.
Smell you later, smooth face.
Well, you have a good one, Angel. Hopefully we see you later, but also hopefully everything is cool.
Brother, you can do it. Crush that iron.
Hi.
Hey there, brother. You here to bench?
I guess I am.
That's a shame, brother. The bench is bust.
Oh, we did it, chat! I honestly didn't think it would happen. I would have bet no. Hang on. Manage prediction. Choose outcome. Yep.
Oh, darn.
Now let me ask you this, chat. Do you want to double down? I don't know how much case is left, but we could see if it happens again. And obviously, if for some reason I have to reiterate the same dialogue, that doesn't count. You know what? Screw your input. I'm just doing it. Start prediction. The same prediction. I mean, what are the odds that it happens twice in one case? He says, knowing full well it happened like 4 times that first time. Wait, did it remember the 10 minutes? Sure, you have 10 minutes. I guess anything that happens before 10 minutes doesn't count.
I missed the bench, brother.
Who are you?
I'm Randy, brother. I'm stronger than any hound around. Wanna arm wrestle?
No. Thanks, though.
That's 'cause you know I'll win, brother. No shame in admitting it. I'm the better wolf.
In fairness, you are a better wolf than I am.
Yeah, brother.
Where is this place?
This here is the desert gym, brother. Where wolves, coyotes, and bison come to work out and unwind.
Did he mean to say werewolves?
The rest of those freeloaders haven't come back since Argus broke from the lifting bench.
Broke it?
Yeah, brother. He put the blue weights on the red side and the reds on the blue. The balance is out of whack, brother.
Want me to see if I can fix it for you?
Heck yeah, brother. I tried, but I'm a wolf. No opposable thumbs. Plus, we're too busy shredding these weights.
Yeah, okay, I'll see what I can do. What are you doing here?
Working out on these fuzzy pistons.
Do you do anything else?
Brother, if this world offers something other than working on oneself, I do not want to know. See you around, brother.
Okay, let's see if we can get this bench working for these guys. I need to move the weights across to the other side. They're heavy, so I can only move them 1 step at a time. I can't move them backwards, but I can start again if I need to. What exactly do you mean by you can't move them backwards? Because they're all pointing inwards. So if that was true in the strictest sense that I could interpret it, you couldn't ever do this puzzle. It literally doesn't make any sense. So it can't literally mean exactly. So let's try messing with it for a second and figure out the rules. Oh. So you can skip up to 1. Okay, let's start over now that I think I understand. Sure, let's start with red. And then blue. And then red. And then... It's the trick that I need to somehow set up a gap of 2 things. Yeah, I mean, the one's clearly Macho Man. I'm not as familiar with Ric Flair, but that makes sense. I also could not since I'm not that familiar with him, do a Ric Flair voice. So I went Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was immediately talking about pumping iron. It seemed appropriate given my ability to pretend to do voices. So I think I've already made this unwinnable, perhaps. Let me go backwards, and I think you can only skip one. And then I'm at a crossroads here. If I move this up, then I can skip red, and then this will be empty, and then I can skip red and skip red. Yeah, I think I want that. I think that's correct. And then I skip blue, and then skip blue, and then skip red, and then skip red, and then skip blue. All done. That was a decent Schwarzenegger, but a brilliant Jorgen von Strangle. Oh, that's really kind of you to say, Haggis. Bench is fixed, you guys.
Great work, brother! I knew if you put your mind to it, you'd get there in the end.
Great. I'm still not actually sure why I'm here.
Oh, I forgot, brother. We're meant to show you the next part of the journey. Oops! All right, brother, hold on tight.
Detective, I don't feel so good. Oh no, he's gonna turn to dust. OMG. Oh no. Arcadia says that Red Dead keeps trying to turn on the heater for the house when it's 80 degrees outside. And he just turned off the AC and the heater while it's still 78 degrees outside. That's not good. That isn't good for you. Oh, well, obviously that would happen. Frankly, I'm disappointed with myself for not guessing that that was the next step of our spiritual journey. Oh, and now we're naked bubble people, like the introduction to some sort of anime. Fed extra-dimensionally. What? What just happened? Did you see that, Dooley? What, the gym wolves and the space baby stuff? So it did happen? Of course. We literally just did it. And you're not, like, weirded out by any of that? Why would I be? Seemed like a perfectly normal Smoke and Mirrors secret advert to me. Right, okay, so now what do we do? I think the ad was pretty clear. If you want to help the genie get home, you need to stamp that lamp with the special genie stamps. Where will I find stamps like that out here in the desert? Wait, there's something in my front pocket. You received cosmic stamps. How did that get there? Might be best not to think about that too much. That's how I get through all these cases. Agreed. But what are they for? Weren't you paying attention? With these, we can get the genie posted home once he's wish-free. Hey, it's Big Vasco. Hi, I want to take a second. This case feels weird, but I want to contrast it against By Hard. For just a second, I'm going to try not to waste too much time on this. Now, in the By Hard case, nothing was really adequately explained at any point, but the game wanted you to make pretty big logical leaps, and so the end result of that is that the case ended up being kind of frustrating, because it seemed as though the game wanted you to think it was perfectly natural to do some of this stuff that it didn't really adequately set up or hint towards, and so, again, you're making like a pretty big logical leap. By contrast, even though the things that are happening in this are presently pretty ridiculous and intensely absurd, there's two things that it does differently that I think make this effective where By Hard failed. One is that it turns the normal dynamic of Dooley and Detective McQueen on its head in a way that's fun. You can't do it all the time, but the fact that we suddenly feel like nothing makes sense, and then he sort of takes over and is like, yeah, that seems perfectly normal. Like, that's fun. Like, instead of us being the one to explain everything to him because things don't make sense, he instead explains it to us. That is fun. I enjoy that. And secondly, just the mere fact that he's telling us what to do when that vision wasn't expressly clear gives us direction as a player when the puzzle isn't inherently obvious. So I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate that, because we are literally succeeding at the same task that Die Hard tried by doing it good. And I like to complain a lot, but I'm trying to get better about pointing out the things that are good all the time. I almost just transitioned to the screen that's nothing but a big narwhal. Is that what that all meant? Right, well, let's, go stamp the genie's lamp, I guess. Ha, you're a poet and you didn't even know. Know it, Dooley, know it. Know what? Never mind, let's go. I think not. The wolf seems to be occupied. Is he trying to get into that Lake Junk magazine? There's some pretty cool stamps. So I guess the rest of the case is going to be trying to make that guy's wishes come true. That's kind of an interesting direction. So can I just start by, like, jamming these on here and not have that lady get mad at me? What are you doing? Putting the stamp on the lamp. Yeah, but you're using the blue ones. You need to use the red ones. The ad was very clear about the postage amount required. Wasn't it? Okay. Is this better? Much. Super. Now let's go waste some wishes. Stamped and ready to go. Now for phase 2, getting the genie back into it. We need to get Otto to waste his wishes on harmless stuff. Let's get to it. Now, I do have some minor gripes about that. One, clearly we used all of the stamps on the lamp, including the blue one, when we were told the red one was needed. Secondly, why would we get all of those stamps via supernatural intervention if we didn't need all of them? That would just seem wasteful. To me, at the very least. Okay, so I guess we just go and talk to the German tourist and the, air quotes, Irish genie? Oh, they gone. Oh, hang on. A glittering paper. I'm sure Wayne June has a quote for this. Looks like Otto dropped something. Oh, it's the golden ticket, of course. Now we can go into the mystery room. What a perfectly normal sequence of events. They're inside watching TV. I can get him to waste a wish if he's hungry, but there's no kitchen to feed him. But I have cheese puffs. But I have cheese puffs. You sometimes have to put several stamps on it if one isn't enough to cover the price of postage. No, I mean, I get that. Like, despite the fact I don't do very much mailing, like, I get the principle, but the point is that Dooley was being like, no, you're supposed to use the red one, when in fact we were just supposed to use all of them, which is what I would assume. I would just, if I was given a bunch of magical stamps that I had no other use for, and they were expressly meant to be used to mail a magical object for magical purposes, I would just put all my magical stamps on it. Like, it's implied that they're all for that purpose. But Dooley seemed upset that I was, like, using some. I feel like instead, like, maybe the complaint would be, like, I didn't use enough stamps, but then it'd be like, why aren't you putting all of them on there, as opposed to, like, you're using the blue ones? I have golden ticket. May I go in your mystery room? What's this? Oh, you think you're a big shot now? Well, if you has a golden ticket, you is. In you go, your majesties. This is exciting. Dang it, Narvin! But it's so exciting. Look at all the inventory items. I guess if I don't use it, I can hang my coat up in the room. Either way, it'll get used. Coat hanger, ghetto. Well, I guess we're trapped in a case now. Laundry basket. Wailing whites leaves your sheets white enough for even the pickiest haunting. If I have to wash anything, then this will not feel like a holiday. As a kid, I used to love the giant bubble machines. Ryan makes the detergent and kitchen supplies always covered the place with suds. Now my sister makes me use a laundromat. That tracks. How come these things always seem to eat one sock? I'm Not sure. That may be a case for a quiet week. Dark corner. Hey, I heard hide my dirty clothes in the dark too. That's weird. Now, didn't at the start of the case, weren't we told that he brought a lamp or something because he wanted to pack light? Did I just, like, not get that out of the car? No. I have an idea that I don't think the game will let me execute, but I'll try it. So because he's watching TV, if I cut power, maybe he'll wish that he could continue to watch TV, and then we could just turn the power on again or something. So the circuit breaker. Nope, it will not let me do that. It's unclear to me why I want the laundry basket and all the clothes in it. It's actually, frankly, unclear to me why most of the things in my inventory, to be honest with you, though. What if I, like, break into the room now? So I should wait to break into the room until I have a reason. That's fair. Bonky. The circuit breaker say it was locked? I thought it was just like, it's a circuit breaker. It just says it's a circuit breaker. Also, I'm pretty sure the bird bones are to break into his hotel room at some point. Okay, it wanted the tire iron, which it didn't make clear, and also is like a weird use for a tire iron. I don't know what I want to turn off here. That's false. You want to turn off room 3. Well, anyway, I used that inventory item, I guess. I'm very confused about, like, when I click the window, he's like, they're watching TV. I can get him to waste a wish if he's hungry, but there's no kitchen to feed him. And then I have something that resembles food, but, like, there's nothing here that really, like, prompts that circumstance. I mean, I also feel that... Like, can I take this bucket now? I assume I'm supposed to, like, use it to make bleach to do laundry for some reason. It is a pretty clumsy sentence. And I know a thing or two about clumsy sentences as a streamer. You know, that sounds like a random suggestion, Alcadius, but it might be worth trying. Try eating it in front of him. Although, I don't know why he'd be, like, looking out here. I'll never be that hungry. Well, clearly that must not be the solution then, because it sounds like we won't do that. Oh, what a cute couple. Not sure that's what's going on here, but sure, maybe. Maybe in the end they end up. Is there something... You know, I didn't clock before that this is a vibrating bed. It's one of those 50-cent vibrating finger beds. Hello, gorgeous. It's not the first adventure game I've played that has a vibrating coin-operated bed in it. Laundry combined with hanger? I mean, I'm not really sure how I would apply such a thing. Maybe that's how I'm supposed to get the laundry out of the basket, but frankly, I could just leave it anywhere, right? I kind of... Hang on. Let me, Like, I feel like I'm supposed to, like, use the chlorinated water as bleach, even though I'm not entirely sure that, like, actually works that way. But, like, if I pour soap into, like, chlorine bucket, does that become, like, laundry substance? No. It does seem suspicious to me that this isolated chlorinated water bucket exists. I was wondering if we're supposed to make the entire pool into laundry, but that sounds horrid. But we're already here. No. I mean, look, this case has had some, we'll say, light shades of Byhard so far. It's not like a disaster or anything. But, There have definitely been some moments where it's like, I don't really have any idea what to do, and I have the impression that the game thinks I should know several things I could do. Mustard and ketchup, the two genders. Okay. Order whatever you want, boys. But remember, the cook really only knows how to bake cookies. Aw, wait, what? Is there something you want currently, Santa Claus? Wait, it wouldn't let me do dialogue with him before, would it? I feel like I tried that, and he gave some stock response, and now it will. I think? I think that's what happened? I'm not Santa Claus, I'm somebody else. Ho, ho, ho. Of course I'm somebody else entirely. What are you doing here? I'm just a guy with bills to pay, just like you. Eating bills, am I right? Maybe. Season's greetings. Whatever they might be. Ho, ho, ho. There was an achievement for that, which it doesn't feel like there should be. That didn't, like, help at all, though. So, okay. So let's think about this. So, the game seems to not want to treat my bag of vending machine snacks as food. This is fair enough. It has also suggested that perhaps it is a reasonable lure for our friend Rat Noises, which, honestly, that doesn't make very much sense. If you're gonna make the conceit that it doesn't really count as food, would a rat be more drawn to, like, artificial cheese flavoring than anything else? But sure, that's fine. So, it's likely the case that somehow or other, I'm meant to use the Cheesy Puffs to catch the mouse for some purpose, and perhaps use that as leverage to have Santa cook something for me, and then I can use that as food to cancel the wish. Here's what I'll say I don't like. I was just saying what I do like that this case has done so far. Here's what I don't like. The premise of finding out at a certain point in your adventure game story that you have, like, 3 simultaneous tasks you can do in whatever order you're able to figure out the puzzles is, like, as old as dirt. It's like what adventure gaming is, basically. But for some reason, at the very moment that I reached a point in the game where it would make sense for me to just, like, go up to the guy and, like, find out what things he wished for, instead, it locked that guy away in a room where I can't talk to or interact with him, and I'm just supposed to, like, magically know what his wishes are over time, I guess. They might become more logical, but, like, at least to start with, I'm just assuming that I can make him hungry by looking at him through the window. It's just, like, a weird approach to it. Also, Neko says, you don't bake cookies by grilling them. Like, true, but also, the cookies are baking in this oven. I guess he's also cooking burgers. That is, however, confusing. I think I already tried processing cheese puffs. Critters get in here. So, if a critter came in here, we'd have to close down the restaurant for fumigation. He did say that before. But, like, how properly do I get him in here? Like, it seems like the thing to do would be, like, just put, like, rat treats in the vent and he comes through it because he's, like, standing right next to it and he probably wants to eat food. But it kind of implied that it wanted me to, like, catch him inside of something, which seems like a much more circuitous way of doing this. Into the kitchen. Hi. Standard diner waste. Wait, hold on. I have a really stupid idea. is the way this works simply that I'm supposed to put bait, like, next to it on the trash can? Or actually, now that I'm looking at this and the way that we're standing, what if I tried this on a different screen where it probably didn't make sense, but, like, what if I try putting the cheese puff on his hat? Will the rat go for it, and then we'll catch it? Like it's a fish, which sounds kind of problematic. I honestly feel like that solution makes as much sense as whatever the game's idea of the solution likely is. Imagine a witch jumped out from behind this bin and we both had heart attacks and died. Okay, no more scary movies for you before bed. Aww. Basket for holding laundry. Cats like sitting in them too. Get your whites whiter than white. A new ultra bright color. We don't even know what to call it, but our test labs are blinding to look at. I don't feel like we know what the purpose of that is yet. I remember as a kid using one of these to get better TV reception. Us too, but it didn't work all that well. No, it didn't help that we'd had no TV either. She's posting laundry? I mean, that does just ruin the laundry, or arguably make it more delicious. In fairness, it's me, Big Vasco, again. Here's what I don't like about that. The fact, like, specifically the fact that the laundry bin had all the laundry in it makes me think that the laundry is important. If it had just been a box, I probably would have tried that. But, like, it's, like, needlessly misleading to do that. Yeah, exactly what Neko says. Like, that makes, like, I get the premise, but when you hand it to me as a basket filled with laundry, it makes me think that you want the laundry to be important. Okay, back to this again. You received rat trap. Rats in a trap. Also, I'm gonna be kind of confused if at some point the fact that his hat is like a fishing lure isn't relevant. Like, that's gonna be confusing to me. You little guy, I have some tasty cheese bits for you. Parentheses, not real cheese. Hand them over then. Duly, they're for the rat. Can I have them if I dress like a rat? Oh my god, this reminds me. So, it's too nonsensical to explain. The other day I was watching a Japanese newscast, and in it, it's about Japan, but it's in English. I was watching this thing, don't ask questions about it. And they were doing coverage of, like, a ski resort somewhere in Japan. And for their opening day, they allowed people, I think free admission or discounted admission if they came in costume. So then there was just, like, all this footage of, like, cosplayers, like, snowboarding, and then they did, like, an interview with a guy dressed like a Gundam, and it was good. It was a very good thing that happened. Okay, item received rat. We didn't even bother animating it, I guess that's fine. So, here's the question. Is the idea that I just, like, put rat in vent? Or, like, I don't know where in the restaurant I'm actually supposed to make rat happen. Alright, apparently this is correct. Let's get this guy in here and shut this place down. Wait, can't we do like a police thing to close it? Too late, I'm already doing that rat thing. Ho ho ho. What's this, a little rat friend? Ho ho hello, little guy. Ahem. I hit the wrong button. I apologize for making a narwhal appear. There's no dialogue, but I feel like it's important to voice this one.
Squeak, squeak.
There you go. Oh, wait, you shouldn't be in here. Hey, Sue, what do we do if there's a rat in the kitchen again? Oh, no. A rat? Dang it, Sugar. I told you before. Every time you see a rat, we gotta shut up shop for the day. Okay. I guess we're clocking off early then. Dang it. You did the same thing, Angelic Dirt? Alright, I feel a little better. Because, yeah, I mean, like, you're right about that, too. Like, the fact that at the same time that you find the laundry, you also get the detergent. Like, it just, like, it just feels like you're supposed to use those things together, and the fact that there's laundry in the basket is important. Like, if you just give me a basket, then I'm, like, way more likely to at least consider thinking of it in a context other than, like, being an assortment of laundry. You can even still call it a laundry basket, because that's what it is, but, like, when you picture it with the clothes in it, like, it looks like it should be, like, the clothes should be a focus. Okay, so we shut down the restaurant for reasons. What those reasons are, I don't know. Do you think he'd mind me finishing that off? Ahem.
Squeak, squeak.
I'll make sure the city gives you a commendation for your work here. Ahem.
Squeak, squeak.
I've gotten, like, way more mileage out of this sound clip than I thought would be humanly possible in the assortment of video games I play on this channel. And just for fun. Oh,
Squeak,
I
squeak.
double pressed it, which does something apparently. Of course you could bring your family to the ceremony. We'd be thrilled to meet them.
Squeak, squeak.
I think he left these burgers on. It's full of Christmas cookies. Okay, but... my desire for a burger is rising and expanding as we stand here. Might as well grab this while no one's looking. Alright, so I got yeast for some reason. I think we also wanted the syrup, right? Jar of maple syrup. Might as well grab this while no one's looking. Are there any other things I could take here? I don't understand why the burgers are still grilling. Yeah, I really thought we were gonna get the cookies, to be honest. I mean, you know, in hindsight, yes, rats are common in video games, but, like, I just want you to keep in mind that the moment in Nirvana Initiative where this happened was, like, no more than 3 months ago, and in this game alone, we've encountered, like, 4 rats or something, and it's come up in, like, 2 other circumstances. What I'm saying is squeak, squeak. I mean, I guess we're good, or, like, what? See, like, another gripe, not like a full-on complaint, but, like, a situation like this where I'm, like, trying to change the status of the restaurant so that I have an opportunity to take stuff from here is more meaningful to me as a player when I already have at least a vague sense of why I want yeast and syrup at this moment. Like, I don't. Like, I really don't. Like, I pretty much don't. Take these napkins. You have to make food when he left his burger and fries? I think so, actually, as sarcastic as that sounds, and the fact that Chaz pointed out a couple things for me to, like, rule out, like, in earnest. Like, I did actually try clicking on it, and unless 2 clicks gives a different thing, we're just like, hey, could we take that? And then we just leave it anyway. Yeah. So I think, assuming that our job is to, like, make him waste a wish on eating food, that we do still somehow need to make food. Now it's just old burrito wrappers. Is there anything left in those wrappers? Dooley, no! Sauce, even? Dooley, they're old! Your old mister won't lick a wrapper from an old roadside bin? I want to double check the magical laundry room. Is there anything else? There's this, like, unlit area that I feel like is important, but I don't know why. What if I just, like, filled it with syrup? That's no way to spend a vacation. It's a much better way to spend a vacation than it is to, like, ruin your own laundry machine. Don't we need to make the guy waste wishes? We do. But I think the idea is that, like, we... Oh, hey, you're suddenly here. Hi, Carney.
Nice night for waiting around in case I'm needed in another puzzle later, wouldn't you say? I mean, Doris Day. Ah, forget it, I'm tired.
Oh, that's all you got? Well, I guess we'll need him for another puzzle for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can make, like, the most diluted poisonous pancake mix in the world. Hey, you know, arguably, we don't need to get him to waste 3 wishes if we just poison him to death. That is, like, another strategy you could take. This is a concept I find interesting for adventure games, and I'll be honest with you, I know of one adventure game that kind of works that way. I think it didn't really go all that dark, because it's part of a series that isn't that dark, but there's, like, a game where, like, it's, like, the third in a trilogy of fantasy games, and in the first 2, you play as, like, a heroic knight and, like, a princess, and then in the third one, you play as this, like, villainous court jester who is able to, like, do pranks and, like, sabotage things and kind of just be a jerk to everybody. But, like, there's, like, a morality gauge, and there's, like, actually, like, some consequences to, like, being bad. And it might change the ending, but, like, there's just certain times where, like, if you're too much of an obvious villain, you'll get, like, sent to jail and stuff. It's weird. But, like, I'm, like, a little bit interested in an adventure game that has, like, alternate puzzles, and, like, rather than it just being, like, you could simply solve it different ways, it's like you could be like a horrible person, but then like something happens later that makes your life difficult or something. You're like, oh, I could like grant all his wishes, or I could use chlorinated pool water to make him death pancakes. I don't know why I clicked it. The dialogue hasn't changed in 2 hours. I have just such a random assortment of items that I have no idea what to do with them. It's a little frustrating. It's one of the issues that we had with Buy Hard also. It seems really weird to me to have these items here and not have them takeable. You've considered doing something like that, if not for not knowing how to code. It's a bit of a barrier, but it is like a learnable skill. If you have like time left in your day like I don't, you could do it. I've thought about it too, but then I'm like, oh, but I spend all my time poorly. Well, not poorly, but I do spend it. It's just like I feel like there should be like a flag to make this interaction make more sense, and then I'm hoping that I can move forward from there without issue. Seeing food always makes me hungry. Well, that's only sort of true. I'm just always hungry. That's my secret. Kitchen closed. I just need to find a way to make him hungry. I don't know why the dialogue changed between then and now. Also, it seems increasingly odd that my goal was to close down the kitchen when I wanted food, except also that there's, like, food I could take? Like, now that I've, like, read that dialogue, can I just take the existing food and, like, not do a puzzle that doesn't seem super clear? Or, actually, if this doesn't work, I might know what to do. Is that supposed to be a prompt for me to ask if I can take that food? I should really get the elves to fix that vent. I mean, I should fix it myself as Manti Claus. Hope this closure doesn't cost you much. Aw, you're goody for worrying, but I'm a millionaire. I only do this for funsies. Okay, that's fine. She's just gone full-on Southern. I've given up on trying to do the other thing. Steal pictures of food from the diner. We've literally executed worse ideas than that. Unless one of these items can pry it off that cold, dead wall, I don't think that's the answer. Oh, now I can read the menu in a way I couldn't before. See fish and eat it. Cod's chosen people. And fishin' chips. All sound delicious. Not to me, I would die. Actually, I would just throw up violently. Oh, you know what? I think Dooley was implying he wanted to go in the fridge, but we couldn't. Can I do that now? Oh, it was just a throwaway joke? That's frustrating. No worries, Arcadius. I hope you have enjoyed the stream and continue to enjoy it in whatever capacity you like. What? Hey, what the crap am I doing? Hey, but like, for real, what am I doing? Like, there's literally... Like, I just want to be clear about this, because we're like, bordering a little bit into buy hard territory. We literally have Christmas cookies in this oven, burgers on the grill that will start a fire if I don't take them, and, like, basically a whole meal here. And my current objective is, if only I had food! Which just makes me feel insane. I'm almost actually asking. Give me one more minute, but I think I'm asking. This hasn't changed. I can't take, like, anything from the kitchen. Squeak, squeak. East on a scale. Maybe, like, it occurred to me to try and make buns with them. I wasn't sure in what way the game wanted me to do that. I guess we could try weighing it. But I will level with you. If this is the solution, I'll be kind of mad about it because, like, no restaurant does this. Okay. We're spared from that agony, that particular issue. It's just that there's, like, nothing... Like, it's just that nothing is useful. It's just kind of like... Can I use the old burrito wrappers to trick him into thinking we have new burritos? No. Can I go to this thing? No. Actually, wait. Oh, crumbs, I can now that the thing is gone. Ah, crap. Ah, diggity darn. This must be where the motel gets his TV signal. Put a antenna on it? This should mess with the signal. I did it. I guess I did it. If I click on me, I annoy myself. Quit it! Quit it! Ow! Yeah, it's because the truck moved. That one, like, honestly, like, that one's on me. Like, I still have some grievances with this case, but, like, that one's totally on me. The channels appear to be broken. All I can see is food. That's not the solution to that problem. What does that even mean? How? Oh, what though? Hey, that's not how logic goes. What are you talking about? Why? If the TV stops working, why would you see food? That hint doesn't make any sense! Listen, Day of the Tentacle is, like, maybe my favorite point-and-click adventure game of all time, and it has, like, a notoriously stupid puzzle that even the developers think is dumb, in hindsight. Which is that, like, oh man, whenever you go to get your car washed, doesn't it seem like it rains immediately afterwards? That kinda sucks. And so, at a certain point in the game, you need to summon rain, and in order to do that, you have to try and wash a car. And it doesn't make any sense! This is worse than that! This is TV a microwave? I don't know. Hey, you know what? If that were true, which I know you're completely joking, but even if there were something along those lines that explained this, it'd be super good if instead of just showing me an abstract glowing window, you could let me see what was going on in the room so, like, I could know, like, what I'm supposed to interact with to goof with his wishes. Like, that'd be super good. Maybe. I'm not, like, super annoyed. I'm just, like, super annoyed. Delicious food. I'm hungry now. I think I'll call room service. Hello? I'd like one food, please. Kitchen's closed. Not because of rats or anything. Just closed. What's it to you? How oddly specific. Anyway, I'm hungry. And there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I know. Genie! Yes? One food, please. As you wish. Look at all this food, all the bratwurst the boy could eat. Now, I would argue, again, just because I'm feeling salty and pedantic, that he very clearly wished for one food. I don't know how one food would equate to look at all this food. That sounds like more than one food. One wish down, but if I want to burn more wishes, I think I'm gonna need to get him out of his room. Can I knock? Can I break his door? Can I complain to management? Can you help? No. Let's complain to management or something. Like, it seems like that has to be more than one food, right? Close the frickin' door. You're letting all the sand in. I ain't here anyway. The TV in here is showing a burger, and like that's not that's like way too subtle of a hint. Cause like, how do I know he's watching the same channel? Hey UK, hey England, I know that television is largely state-sponsored over there, and as a result, there are relatively few channels. But even in England, I know that there's more than one TV station. And so, I say to you that this puzzle sucks a butt. Or, I'm sorry, what is it? Rip Trill? It's a fart. I'm telling you that that puzzle's a fart. We used to only have 4 channels. Things have changed a lot. How many channels are there now? I feel like I know of at least a BBC 5, but like, is it a lot more than that? So how do I get him out of his room? Oh, I know. I think I know. The signaling in this case isn't very good. It's a little by heart, if I'm being honest with you. It's not as bad as by heart, but it's like doing its best to be as bad as by heart. So I think what it wants me to do is that earlier, when I looked at the air conditioning in my room, which is not called aircon, Dooley said, like, I don't think I could stand to be inside if this weren't working. And so now, if I turn off the power, then the air conditioning will go off, and then he'll have to go outside. Or wish for the power to go back on or something, I don't know. Aircon powered down. Let's go see if that works. Also, was all of the air conditioning in the whole building on a single circuit? I don't think that's how circuit breakers work. Boy, is it hot all of a sudden. I came out here to cool off. So, I have to ruin the pool, I guess? How go my escape plans? Working on it. I don't mean to rush you, but I don't want to have to watch him change clothes. Again. What if I made the swimming pool into hamburger bun? What if I covered you in sticky goo? What if bones? Like I says, originally we just all paid for a TV license, and we got the same 4 channels. Then cable came, and Sky, etc. Oh. I wasn't actually aware of that. I didn't know that, like, cable really existed in the UK. And now there's different, like, subscription stuff. Yeah. I think what I actually want to do right now is, like, finally break into his room and, like, learn an actual fact. I'm really not sure that's how birds work. Breaking into people's rooms and going through their stuff? This is the best birthday ever! Let's try and find some clues for things he'd waste wishes on. Looks like his wish got him a nice meal, at least. Oh, it's one of those fish that sing. I wonder what song it is. I am Saul, the summoning salmon, here to make conjuring up your favorite extra planar being fun. To bring forth Mezzatoth, the bug licker. Draw ye first a pentagram using the Oh, why'd you turn it off, detective? Remind me to turn these back on later. But, like, another thing that's annoying about that is, like, I could just, like, turn off his TV. Anything to do with the hat? Dude, I don't know. It's felt like there were, like, 4 different things I could do with the hat, and none of them so far has worked. Ugh, store is full of dead spiders. Could be worse. They could all be alive. See, now, Demolition, can we use the hat that is a fishing rod to solve a puzzle? No, but you could use an actual fishing rod that also exists in the game and renders the presence of the hat largely useless to solve a puzzle. It's like Otto is hoping to fish out something museum-worthy on this trip. I might borrow this for a moment. Might? Yeah, I'm taking it. It's true, I suppose I could ruin his clothes and there's no on-site services, I guess. That, I mean, seems like a waste of syrup, but like, sure. I don't have enough syrup to cover all this stuff, and I don't want to do this half-hearted. Why not? That's how we do all our other plans. I like syrup. I use it instead of honey. I won't eat honey. I think it's cruel to make bees cry just so we can have their delicious tears. Isn't it vomit? I think it's vomit. These two together should give me something powerful. Should it? I'm not a chemist, but should it do anything meaningful for me to combine the laundry detergent and yeast? Should that do anything? Here's again a problem that I have. If the solution that your game seeks for me to cobble together isn't based on common knowledge, there should probably be something in the game that points to the fact that you should, like, do it. Because otherwise it's not gonna seem like a thing a person should do. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to pour stuff in this pool all day, son. I'm mad that that didn't work. So what then does, I guess I'm just supposed to ruin the laundry machine with it? Is that the notion? That makes, like, slightly more sense, I guess. As a kid, we used to love these. The right mix of detergent and kitchen supplies always covered the place with suds. So, okay, I guess this is supposed to be our hint, right? But, like, this is not a good hint. Because, like, kitchen supplies could be all sorts of things. And, like, I was trying to make food, like, I don't know, man. Here goes nothing. We need to get out of here. Well, that's the machine ruined, but not bust. What'd you say? Nothing. Now I just need to make sure he needs to use them. What's going on in there? Hey! Would you believe me if I said nothing? Doesn't look like nothing. Does it look more like nothing when I flash my badge? Police corruption, that's what this is. Somebody ought to turn that off in the menu. That's true, that is a menu option that I forgot about. So I guess he ruins the third wish or something. I don't know. I feel like I understand this man's purpose. Already, that fella's even bluer and more see-through than me! Hey, Genie, I wish for more syrup. Okay. Try the menu option sometime. Is it good? Hey, sophisticated, welcome. Almost missed you coming in. What's the deal with this? We are playing the Darkside Detective. It's a retro-style point-and-click adventure game where we play as a pair of police officers who are trying to rid the world of paranormal activity, more or less. Yeah, sort of a comedy game, like a retro thing where you solve puzzles. Having a little bit of trouble with this one because the puzzles are a little bit out there by comparison to some of our past cases. The game breaks things down in such a fashion. I have to ruin the laundry before I can turn the air conditioning back on. Is there not a hang on. Why did I somehow miss the notification, or did the notification not happen? Let me try this. That didn't... What's happening? Hello? That's super weird. Thank you for the gift sub, Demolition to Sophisticated. Then have one of these. At least that's working. No, did it get... Because I told it to do it because it didn't do it at all. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Come join me in the water. It's adequate. Can I fill this jar with dead spiders? I don't really get the implication here. Like, I feel like gooey syrup should be sufficient to, like, ruin these clothes. It's not clear to me, like... What? Actually, hold on. I don't think I talked to Dooley in here. Does he have, like, an insight? Looks like he got here before us. Yeah, it's his room. Darn it, he's always one step ahead of us. Doesn't seem like I could use anything here for that purpose. Am I, like, suddenly able to get, like, condiments from... What's the current objective? Ruin clothes? Hang on. This anthill has done nothing so far. Am I supposed to get ants? I'd rather find a way to get the ants out than to glue them in. Fishing rod with syrup? A long, thin rod covered in honey. Seem to be going for it. Alright, that's enough ants for my needs. I really don't want a pocket full of ants. That sounds terrible. However, it is the title single off my second album. This is horrible, but less horrible than a world-altering magical wish. How bad could a wish be, really? Well, rumor has it that we used to have summer all around until one guy wished it wasn't so hot all the time. Me! That was me! I think I hate that guy. Me too! I hate me! Okay, that's his clothes ruined with no way to wash them. Now to get him back into his room and see it and wish it all clean. Just need to get him back in his room. Well, no, I mean, I just like, first off, I just like go in here and turn this on, right? Hey, what are you talking about? Hey, friend? Hey, friend, what work are you talking about? Because the work I'm talking about is that we ruined his clothes and we need him to go inside. And we could probably accomplish that by turning on the air conditioning, and then he wants to go inside. We could probably do that if you would cooperate with me. But I don't know what you're doing right now, but it's not very helpful. Well, I guess the game's, like, subtle... I should talk to someone in this vicinity means I should do it that way, but I can't... It just seems like it makes less sense than whatever's happening. It's not this guy. How come my escape plans? Working on it. Okay, so if when he says around here, he doesn't mean around here, I guess I should go talk to the character who currently serves no purpose. Hey, how do you get rid of customers who hang around after closing?
We have a saying in the business, a bag of crows, take this and throw it out.
Bag of crows, off he goes.
Uh-huh.
Received item, mystery sack. Now, I know that I am the police here, but I still feel like I could get in trouble for, handling a mystery sack carelessly. Now the question is, actually, will it tell me what's in the mystery sack if I click on it? This tells me that they throw whatever's in the sack at people when they need them to leave quickly. Alright, I guess we do it? I'm having such a relaxing evening. Here goes nothing. Oh, that one wasn't rhymed. That was a bag of crows. I get the joke. Yikes. Ah, what's happening? Get me out of here. I wish it. As you command. Well, that was an unexpected freebie. What happened out there? I think you were attacked by birds. Oh, I'm starting to hate this place. I just want to put on some pajamas and go to bed. Ah, there are ants in my pants. Hello, reception. I wish to put my clothes in for a washing, please. Why do you keep calling to use services like that? Till 5 minutes prior, we're working fine. Is this some kind of elaborate prank? Is the laundry room not working? Of course it is. I'm just using it right now to clean my suds, that's all. And I gotta put a new batch of suds on. What a disaster. I wish my pants had no ants. Is that a legit for real wish? Oh yes, it is. Done. And with that, I am free. Sayonara, sucker. Aw, my wishes! Now, you don't carry around a sack full of crows? Not all the time, because then you have to feed them. It's, like, obnoxious. But, like, it feels... I don't know. Yeah, it's, like, cliche to do the whole, like, figure out what things he wants, but doesn't want to spend wishes on in advance and then do all of them. But, like... I don't, like, particularly the fact that the second wish was just him going back inside, like, feels like they just, like, didn't finish writing the scenario, which, like, isn't great, to be honest. The sack of crows thing itself is pretty funny. Like, I enjoy the fact that he's, like, that they do, like, it pays off the weird rhyming slang thing that, like, wasn't particularly funny by, like, making you think that he's, like, just talking some nonsense and you'll figure out what it means later, and then you get there and it's like, oh no, like literally like a sack of crows. Like, that's pretty good. But like, I guess I just would have preferred to like solve like some regular old puzzles? I don't know. I feel like we tried to make this too complicated. I still don't think this game quite, or this case quite reached the level of Buy Hard where like I feel like that really dropped the ball. But this could have been better. Vasco, what are your 3 wishes? I don't know, man. I mean, part of that depends on the scope of the genie. They have different rules in different fiction, yeah? I feel like I'd want to make a selfish wish that would probably be something along the lines of, like, I wish that I, like, knew peace. I would phrase it more carefully, but, like, the fact that, like, everything stresses me out all the time under all circumstances makes life really difficult a lot. And then the other 2 are most likely to be to, like, fix the world. If I could do something abstract like remove greed, that'd be pretty good. I wish Earth was post-scarcity. I'm so excited to go home. What's this, a message? Dooley's message. I wish I didn't have to go back to work after this trip. Oh, right, because we, like, looked at it before, and there was, like, an answering machine. Why not, Guy? You two are good to me. Granted. Well, I'm out of here.
Spectral delivery!
We didn't even put the flag up on the museum. I don't know how he knew to come around. Well, that's taken care of. Ready to go check out the attraction properly now, Dooley? Where did you go, Dooley? Dooley? Dooley! Dun 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 dun. Oh no. He's in like the Darkside version of this place. Something seems... What's a word for not right? It's one of those newfangled Cthulhus. Oh no.
To be continued.
Okay. Alright. I don't know. The ending was a little anticlimactic, and I didn't love the puzzles. It was alright. That case was okay. That's how the second game gets like that. Have you... Haggis, did you play the second game and never do the bonus cases? That's a weird order of operations. Because I assume the bonus cases came out, like, before the second game. Let's close this. So we did it. We completed the Darkside Detective. Hooray for me! You stopped playing the first game before the final bonus case dropped. That's just interesting to me. I would like... I mean, I guess enough time passed you probably, like, forgot about it. But I feel like you would want to do that, right? So now we're in, like, a weird place. Because I figured that that would take, like, 2 hours. And it turned out to be by hard. It was, in most ways, pretty similar to by hard, including the length and the difficulty of figuring out what the game wanted me to do at a lot of points. So, like, I had intended to start, like, a new game afterward, and now I, like, don't know what to do. Because, like, normally I would stream till, like, 9 or 9:30. But, like, I got, like, 40 minutes? I don't know what to do about that, man. Chat, what do you think? What do you think we do about that? It's all set to, like, do a thing. No, I mean, like, if we're starting a game, it's Beacon Pines. Like, it's Beacon Pines. We did polls for Halloween games, and it would be Beacon Pines. But, like, we probably should do it. We should probably do it. Because, like, otherwise I don't think we finish before Halloween. It's just, it's just frustrating. Thank you, Neko. That's a good call. We did not get a second instance of bust. I really didn't think we were going to get it first. I really thought that was a long shot bet. So, will it go bust again? Choose outcome. No. Complete prediction. No, it's literally the question. Okay, let me rephrase this, because some of you weren't here at the start of the stream, and that's fair, and maybe aren't on our Discord and didn't see my tweet about it. Did several things I've discussed this today. If we're the question is literally, do we start playing Beacon Pines for like an hour ish, or do we not? Do we, like, end the stream? Those are the options. There are no additional options. There's no getting me to buy new games or start new games or do things that aren't Halloween. There are two options. They are those. Those are they. And then, like, the notion is that we'd finish playing Beacon Pines, like, next Saturday, in theory. Maybe it carries over to Sunday, but, like, hopefully not. Like, hopefully not. What happens when I check C details? So Sarah and Neko gain a combined 14,000 points from that prediction. That's good work. So we have time to do all the things. Okay, that's fair. So, I didn't hide 2 Squirtles, which is a lack of foresight. So, I'm just going to do that later, because that sounds like a lot of work right now. So, for the purpose of YouTube, hi, it's me, Big Vasco. we completed the Darkside Detective. Someday we'll play the sequel, but apparently that day will not be today because it was determined that we would play some other stuff before Halloween, including Beacon Pines, which I guess we're playing now. This will go up on YouTube probably on the same day, so if you're watching this on YouTube, then it's probably already available, and then you can find the Squirtle. In the meantime, our session is completed. We finished the Darkside Detective, and the bonus cases were okay. They were resounding okay. Still looking forward to playing the other game, don't get me wrong. But I have grievances. But I won't air them because I already did. And instead I'll say thanks for being here, thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Whether that be moments from now on YouTube when you can already watch whatever I've played of Beacon Pines, or watching the stream live sometime. Got the Halloween bonus coming up on October 30th, 2022, when you get to see my very exciting Halloween costume that maybe you don't care about, but I do. But I have to end this recording so I can start a new one to play a new game. Sayonara!